This hook and rope will be useful when I rescue the downed ROV. All attached. She's ready for tomorrow.
Get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Radio check.
Crystal clear, Dr. Lynch.
Okay, making my way to the
already
deck reception area
subscribe.
now. I can access this through the forward grand staircase, right?
Yeah, marking it on your map now. You'll need to park off to the side of the staircase this time, leaving the opening clear.
Oh, we're at the bottom of the ocean now, just moving forward. There we are.
On that night of April the 14th, we all, that is, the captain and officers, knew perfectly well that we were just about entering the region where ice might be sighted at that particular time of the year, and had taken all necessary precautions. We were steaming that night at a good 22 knots. At 10 o'clock, I was relieved as officer of the watch by Murdoch, W.M. Murdoch.
The ship's
Of
just
course,
ahead.
He knew nothing of the death trap lying ahead of us any more than I did. And so 5 bells, 6 bells, and 7 bells went by. But barely 10 minutes had passed after the sound of the last bell when there were 3 sharp clangs on the crow's nest bell, followed by a
Pardon
cry
me.
from the lookout cage, "Ice right ahead, sir." Murdoch evidently saw the massive ice
There you go.
practically at the same time as the lookout men, and shouted, "Hard a starboard, full speed astern." Her bow swung a bit, but not enough, and she struck. She took the blow along her starboard side, masses of ice actually falling on the foredeck.
That's one of the davit hooks remaining in the upright position. And then there's the other one on the other side. Another fish.
What's with the patches of damage on the deck? I thought it would all deteriorate at the same rate.
Those sections are deteriorating faster because of visitors to the site. Some people land their subs on deck, making it deteriorate faster. Deterioration, not the weight. It's better to just not touch anything.
I'm at the staircase, descending to D deck now.
Oh, wow. Subscribe if you haven't already. Whoa, this game's good. Love this game. Wow. This is a good game. I love this game. So it's where the Grand Staircase would have stood. Right in front. Somewhere in front of me. The clock, if you think about it, it'd be in the middle. So the middle of the middle bit of the Grand Staircase would come about. Would be about. So I'm just trying to. So it'd be about the middle bit would be about here. So it'd be about in front of me. How I know? It's just if you think from here, the middle bit's here where I'm looking. If you follow the invisible line straight to where you're looking, it'd be somewhere in front. I know it'd be somewhere in front of me where the clock would have once stood. In the Honor and Glory game, it shows you where. And in the demo. This game's good. Totally recommend it. I'm just having a good look in the ship. I would have gone on this earlier, but my mum wanted to come downstairs and have the telly on. So basically, I gave her full permission. I already did a video today, so I did one on WWE 2K20. So I'm doing one on Titanic VR now for you guys that love Titanic. So there would have been people walking up and down this area, walking down there, walking that way, coming from this area to the dining saloon. You get the idea. There'll be people walking through up to that door to deck, walking down the deck. There'll be people everywhere at this time, and this whole area would have been packed with people just walking up and down, kids and all. This whole area would have had people walking to the cabins, people walking out of the cabins. You get the idea. So the Grand Staircase would come about. Would have started about. Would have come from probably here, where I am roughly, and gone straight somewhere forward about here, somewhere about right here. So the clock could have been about where I'm looking, somewhere in front of me. I know it would have been above the centre of. So it would have come to about the same thing with the top level going to that level, and then with this level going to that level. You get the idea. The Grand Staircase would have freaking tricky than I thought. The Grand Staircase would have come from all the way from A deck all the way to E deck. If that makes any sense. And the elevators were used if you wanted to take the quicker way down. You would take the elevators, which would, if you're on A deck, you wanted to go to B deck or E deck. It's up to you really at that point. These elevators would take you to that deck, depending on what deck you're on, really. There's a couple of rooms here. I'll show you guys these rooms here. See if there's. I don't know if one of these rooms was Thomas Andrews' room. I know one of these would have been his room. I don't know which one, but I think it was this one. I'm not 100%. But I do know his room was on A deck. I know for sure his room was on A deck. I think it was the one above, the deck above, where the smoking room was. I'm not 100% sure though, but This is the bed where someone would have slept at night, and then this dresser would have been used as well. These drawers here was where you would have kept jewellery, that kind of thing, if that makes any sense. And you would have had something like your perfume on top here on the desk part, if you know what I mean, on there, or on there, depending on where you're putting them. And this is where the clothes would have been kept, right in there. The clothes would have been hung up in there in the white star line hangers. And to be honest with you, I think William Peary actually designed Titanic. For some of you that don't know. And then after, I think it was, I forgot who it was. It was after one member basically left because no one would listen to his kind of ideas and that. Then that's when they offered Thomas Andrews to come aboard. And if you watch the Birth of a Legend documentary, which is on YouTube, the one that played Butch Dingles on it. Butch Dingles' character, he wears a hat. I'm describing what Butch Dingles' character is on the Birth of a Legend. He often wears a cap, like some type of hat. You know what I mean if you've already seen it. And he has well, you'd recognise him from a mile off because of a ginger kind of moustache. And the hair, and you would recognise him from a mile off. So then there's the on and off switch. This is where you'd come in through the door, or go to that room Ed once I've gave you guys a look at this room. This room would have been, well, what I'd reckon would have been beautiful. I don't know if it would have been luxurious, but the whole ship would have been luxurious. But anyway, you get the idea of what I mean. So show you guys the view you would have got from this window. This door came off its hinges from where I was, from there, from the doorway, from the gush of water. The water kind of pressure was against the door at the point, and the door came off its hinges and landed in that position. And then that's the view you get from out of this window I'm just in the middle glitching through. That's the view you'd get. You would get people walking up and down it. The same thing, just people hanging out at the private promenade. This would have, I don't know if this would have been his room, but I know his room was on the top deck. I know roughly where Bruce Ismay's room is. I think Bruce Ismay's room's on C deck, possibly D deck. Well, you're up. You will find out eventually. I know roughly where his room is. You can glitch into Bruce Ismay's room quite easily, if you know what I mean. So this is the sofa. Well, what remains of it. And that is the dresser, same as the other room I just came out of, which is the one I just came out of. I think it was, which was that one right there. So if not, probably the next room next door. This is the wardrobe, and taps. That one's the cold tap, and that one's the hot tap. The hot tap is usually on your left, not my left, your left. And the hot tap is usually on no, hang on. The hot tap's usually on your left, and the cold tap's usually on your right, if you think about it. And then there's the dresser. I'm guessing that's some type of plug I'm looking at. These switches here I'm not so sure about. Now and again there could control the lighting of the room. I'm not 100% sure. Comment down below to really help me out if you guys saw what these switches would have been used for. I know now what it's like I'm looking at was it was some type of, it was a plug socket. I'm listening to the Bambi soundtrack at the moment, for a lot of you that are wondering. From the first movie. The song I'm listening to is called Little April Shower. You guys would have it, can hear it quite clearly. Someone commented down below what music you're playing in the background. And I will mention it a lot now, what type of music I'm listening to. It's the Bambi soundtrack. So, here we go. Go in this room now. Well, that freaking wardrobe's taking a beating. As you can see what I mean. And if I get any details wrong about the ship, the rooms and that, comment down below correcting me. It really helped me out. As I've known to how do you put it? So I'm just trying to think of what I'm trying to. As I'm known to get mixed up what to say in that, if you know what I mean. You get the idea. I have autism, for some of you that don't know. Fully blown autistic I am. Thought I'd let you know. Mention that in the video. This is the bunk beds. And that's the tap sinks, which we use quite daily to wash your face. To wash your face, wash your hands in the morning with some soap, which would usually be placed on the side of the sink, which is where I'm looking now. Roughly there somewhere. Then the dresser. This is the dresser. I've described what the dresser would be used for. This is dying from right. I think that what I'm looking at is a cooler, some type of cooler. You know. Anyway, if you know what, comment down below. Try and find out what it. If I get that wrong, what I said calling this is, I know it's some type of. I know it's complicated for me to explain, but if it is, if you guys want to, can help me out on that one, what that is, I really would appreciate it. Thought I'd let you know I really do have autism. I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 5 when I was little. Same thing with sensory integration and ADHD. So I've had it all my life now. Most of my life. 23 years old. 24 next year. So this room is quite nice. If I had to pick a favourite room on the ship, it would have to be if I've tried an egg. It'd have to be Margaret Brown's room, Molly Brown's room, and the Ida and Isidore suite, you know what I mean. Oh wow, nice. Right, I'll go out of the room. I'm gonna go down the corridor. That's where the grand staircase would have once stood. Feels like when you're playing this game, it feels like you're back at Titanic. Showing you what a wreck would look like if you dive to it. Ring it now. The team that created this have done a fantastic job. I can tell by looking at it, they work so hard to create a game like this. I have heard like of Adventure at a Time. I've seen gameplays of Adventure at a Time. That's the elevators. I've described what the elevators would be used for earlier in the video. Thank you for 319 22 subscribers. It means the world to me. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you wanted to go down that way, or down that way, or that way, it's totally up to you. Go down that way, it takes you to the other corridor going straight up. A pair of shoes from a passenger that was on board Titanic. This is where real people would have walked. Real people walking down that way and walking from that way back to the grand staircase, which is located dead ahead. And that's the bathroom. And the same thing for the one ahead. Oh, look at that. Not a bad light. The 6 would have stood over down the far end. Dissolved during the 6 dissolved as well. We'll check out all of the rooms on Titanic that are available to go in. Oh, God, I'm tired. That's not a bad room. The reason why I'm not good in that room, as you can see why, as you look at it, it starts to go freaking funny on me. There we go. Check out this room. That bed's not in the best condition, as you can see why. I'll show you why, if you don't know what I mean. Hang on. This bit here, I'm looking at, that snapped. It would have been and it's online on its side from the impact on the ocean floor or something like that, or from when the ship started to slope forward, and that is where the clothes would have been kept. This is a nice room. This is where someone would have slept, in this room on their own. And here we go, some straight ahead. If you were reading a book on Titanic, this sofa would be used for someone being sat on. If you were sitting on it, this is the position. This is basically what you would see. The view you'd get. You'd get the bed ahead of you. As you look to your left, you'd get a view of the top bit of the bed, the dresser. And if you look to your right, you'd see the doorway as you come in, the wardrobe and the sink and the mirror. You get the idea. And the on light switch. As you look up, you get the view of the ceiling and the lights. And go check out the own. I've near down the other end. I'm just gonna. I take the time checking out all the rooms for you guys because I want you guys to get a fair look at all the rooms. Not a bad room. Nice room. Go in this room a sec. Wardrobe's not in great condition. That's the other bit of the wardrobe. That's a plug socket. Oh, good room. Amazingly detailed. And go back out the room. But first have a good look at the room. That's the other room I just came out of. Well, not yet, anyway. Well, I've not got the room yet, so that's a big backfire. This is actually a pretty decent... That's where some of the plates and saucers were kept. Possibly cups. Pardon me. So I got some. So I got sniffles. No, I haven't got. It's nothing allergic. It's just the sniffles. Nearly done on A deck. We've just got a couple of more rooms to check out, and that's it. Apart from going on the B deck, C deck, D deck, and then E deck, and then that's it. Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm back. Just had to go and check on my mum. Here we go. And I just checked. I just toured the entire, through this entire corridor, through that corridor and the other one. So I'm just gonna see if there's anything important about this room here. Oh no, it's just another cabin. When you look at where the bed is, it just kind of disappears. But when you look at it from an angle, you see a bit of it, this bit in. You look at it, you freaking look at it from an angle like that, and that's the bed. If you look at it from where I am now, you can see it. But when you go in the room to look at it, it's gone. But when you're about here looking at it, in this corner where I am, you can see it, but when you go closer, the sink and the bed disappears. I don't know. But when you come out of the room, they reappear. From when you... well, you know what I mean. Yeah, now you can see what I mean. From an... if you look at the corner of the screen, look where I'm looking, roughly, you could just roughly see it. When you're watching this, you could just about see it from where I'm. Well, before it disappears, you know what I mean. Now I'm gonna go to B deck, give you a tour of B deck. Once I've done this video, I'm gonna go and watch the Skinwalker Ranch with me mum and dad. So now I'm gonna go to B deck. Well, wow. This game has helped me through a lot. This game is 100% worth it. Once you're playing it before I do the missions and that, I just have a good look at the ship, the interiors and that. If you guys want to do that before you do the missions and that, I totally recommend it. The kind of missions you get to do is like go and recover the ROV, which is what we've got to do in the mission in this video. It's going to be a long video. I like to show all the rooms, every single one of them. Reason why my dad said, why does he do long videos? Reason being, I'll answer that. It's just so I can show you guys all the interiors and the rooms and everything. What remains of the Titanic shipwreck. And go down this corridor here. Oh, look at that. Not a bad room. I'm actually listening to Near My God Today at the moment, which was made for the written for the James Cameron's Titanic movie. This room's quite big. God blimey. Sorry, Lord. Sorry, Lord, for the offensive words. Blimey, look at the size of this friggin' room. This would have been a room, yeah. The other side of that door would have been another room. Bedroom, that is. I will show you with another room what it would have, but when you stick your head through, glitch into it like there's an empty big room, you see it as now. But would have had furniture in there. Wow. Wow, this is just so amazing. Oh, wow. I love this game. Absolutely love it. So, I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Go down this bit. Go in this room. Pardon me. Big drop. Big. This ship's beautiful. There we go. Wow. Oh, turn the music off. Oh, I'm just in love with this game. I could be in this room forever just having a look in at the rooms. Having a good look at all the rooms. Yeah, amazing. Go back up to the room. Go in this room. Amazing, absolutely amazing. This is amazing. Got to reach D deck.
Right, I'm at D deck.
Great. The area in front of you is the reception area. Head forward and you'll find a grand piano on the port side.
Is that what I'm photographing?
Yeah, an American historian is writing about the Titanic's musicians and wants a clear photograph of the piano.
Can't believe this survived.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Like something out of a film.
That's where you would have boarded the ship. Right through those doors. That's where you would have boarded Titanic. Through these doors these two doors here. So we would have boarded the ship. You would have gone through these doors here, right through these doors, through these doors like I'm about to. This is the view. First for you to get, you get the grand staircase, a few odd bits of furniture, a load of furniture. Now I've got to go to the piano. Da, 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 da.
I think this is the first room Henderson would have seen when he boarded.
Did you want to take a minute to look around?
Yeah, can I?
Of course. The next task is the recovery in the Turkish baths. So head down the grand staircase when you're finished here.
Before I do that, I just want to have a good look at the area. I just want to have a good look at the area. We're on D-deck now. I want to have a good look at the area first. I wouldn't say it's going to be a 30-odd minute video. I'm going to recover the ROV.
Alright, I'm ready. Turkish baths are at the bottom of the staircase, right?
Yep, straight down and off to starboard.
I'm in the baths now. I can see the ROV here pinned under a pipe.
Great. You'll need to get into position and attach the flotation bag to the
Done.
pipe.
Okay.
Hey, it's working. The pipe is lifting.
Step is
Great. When the pipe's completely lifted, you can attach your hook and drag the ROV out of here.
Right. Ah, I think the motor failed. My arm's not responding.
Is everything else okay? Is the line attached?
Yeah, everything else is operational, and the line's still connected.
Okay, we'll fix the arm when you're back on the surface.
Yeah.
But for now, you'll have to be extra cautious.
Yeah, and
You
extra
need to
freaking
drag
careful.
the ROV back out to the grand staircase. The extra weight is going to make your controls tricky.
Yeah, and these things are really
No, you're not wrong
expensive.
there. Predator's really struggling. I'll need to use my other arm
No
until we get this
kidding.
damaged one replaced. This is going to be difficult.
ROVs are really
Just take it
Towing this thing all
expensive.
the way back to the sub.
No, we've an easier way to get out of the wreck. Let me know when you're at the staircase.
Bloody hell.
I'm at the staircase again.
The next step is to attach a tracker to the ROV. There is one in your compartment.
There she goes. Should I
Now
call her
remove
up?
the hook. No, we aren't finished down here yet.
What's left to do?
We need to collect the gear we left in the Turkish baths.
The flotation gear?
Yeah, it's too expensive to leave down here. You need to deflate the balloon and remove it from the pipe.
All done. I'm heading back up.
Great, see you soon. I'll get the lab ready to repair Predator.